Welcome back to the attic, everyone. You may be wondering why I'm wearing this attire. Um, it's because I'm getting ready to watch one of Brent Richards' videos. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm not watching one of his videos. What am I thinking? I'm actually doing a video for Mr. Brent Richards. Brent wanted us to do a video response, a VR for his 700th sub milestone. And he wanted us to do it on our favorite hobby moment. I have quite a few favorite hobby moments, so I had to look back, and I did a couple VRs already on some favorite hobby moments. I decided to do it on this one. Well, I'll explain it as I go along. First of all, we all know Brent. He's a Texas boy. That's why I'm wearing this cowboy hat right here. And if you ever watched any of his videos, I like to call him Mr. Shiny. Tons of videos with nice modern cards, really beautiful cards, really, pretty much glow in the dark, bad on the retinas, corneas. I'm surprised nobody has filed a lawsuit against them for going blind yet. I might be the first. No, I'm only kidding, Brent. I love you, buddy. This is Mr. Brent Richards. That's his channel card. And one of his favorite players, if you just don't already know, is Mr. Nolan Ryan. Sorry for the glare here. All the stars shine bright in Texas. All right, on with the show. So anyway, I'm going to do my VR on one of my favorite hobby moments. And this I hold near and dear to my heart. She passed away maybe 15, 16 years ago now. Is dedicated to my Aunt Nancy. She was a huge Eagles fan back in the 80s. And for years tried converting me, bought me jerseys, bought me jackets, bought me coats and hats, and so on and so forth. And I wore them because I just love sports, so it really didn't matter. I love different players. And I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to tell you one of many stories that I could sit here and tell you about my late aunt. So anyway, let me hit this button. And I'll see you on the flip side. I'll be right back. All right, I'm going to tell you a little bit something about my aunt right now. She's the sole reason why I went out and got this card here. Not only was it in the first pack of 1979 Topps, a grocery pack, but it was also her favorite team during this era. Just stick this here. All right. This is a favorite hobby moment of mine because there used to be a store called Laneco. All right. And now there's a Walmart stands where a Laneco used to be. And they used to get different players from different teams around the area, like the Philly area and so on. There's been NASCAR drivers. Richard and Kyle Petty have been there as a promotional thing to sign autographs for fans and stuff like that. Stuff I'm about to show you is well loved, and some would say, why do you hang on to stuff like that? And my aunt is the biggest reason for it. She found out that Mr. Wilbert Montgomery was signing autographs there, and she took me It was me, her, and my mom. If it wasn't for my aunt, I may not have even gotten into football, playing football. She signed me up for knee high, and I went on to play 4 years of knee high, freshman year in high school, and my junior year in high school. This is an autographed picture. It was just, all they did was printouts from a photocopier, I'm assuming. And that is his signature on that. That day I also got my inaugural football sticker book by Topps, autographed. Now, obviously, I was a young kid, and since then, that year, if you see right here, Eagles went to the playoffs. I think this was around 82, maybe, somewhere around there. I can't quite remember. I'd have to look up the box score to see what year this was from. But the Giants had beaten the Eagles in the playoffs 24-20, and I wrote it there. And just like everything else in this book, you can see on the other pages, I wrote down stats and stuff from games. The stats and game finals that I have on this was from the 1981-82 season, the year that the 49ers went to the Super Bowl versus the Cincinnati Bengals. It was also the year of Dwight Clark and Joe Montana, the catch. And apparently, because I just looked it up on the internet, I missed a field goal by the Giants and an extra point, I guess, by the Eagles, because the computer's saying the final score was 27-21, and I have 24-20. So I'm not sure who's right there. But anyway, this is the sticker book that I had signed, and this is the photo that goes along with him signing my sticker book. And it holds such a special moment in time for me and a memory that I have. And I cherish it even more that my aunt passed away at a young age of like 53 years old, which is hard to even think about considering I'm only 2 years older than that. My aunt, in her 40s, ended up getting breast cancer. She had a double mastectomy, and they removed both of her breasts. And she went into remission for several years. We were going to visit my grandma in the hospital, and she couldn't get out of her car. She was feeling really dizzy and needed to actually hang on to me just to go up to see my grandmother, who was her mom. And after that visit, she decided to go to the doctors and get checked out. And here they found an inoperable tumor in her brain. The last time I saw her, she was pumped up on steroids in hospice. And my uncle, when we were going in, said, don't be alarmed if she doesn't remember you. She's on a lot of medications and she's kind of out of it. And she feels like stuff's crawling on her all the time and stuff like that, because she was near the end. When I walked in, and I hadn't seen her in a while, she looked at me, she looked at my uncle, and she looked at my dad, and she said, who let this guy out of jail? She actually realized who I was. It's a very emotional moment for me. It's something I will live with for the rest of my life. And that's why this is so special to me. Such a special moment in the hobby for me, knowing that my aunt, who was always in the sports, big Eagles fan, big Penn State fan, got me involved. I think she probably even, I was her favorite nephew, I know that. And honestly, she may have even looked at me and like me a little better than even my cousin, to be honest. So yeah, and like I said, she was always my favorite aunt. Her and my grandmother were huge sports fans, so I guess that's what I got for you as one of my favorite cherished moments in the hobby. And I know this is a baseball channel, and but I collect everything. So I hope you. There's a lot of great videos out here, VRs for Brent 700th Sub Milestone. Congratulations again, Brent. So happy for you, brother. I appreciate everything, especially our little back and forth, comments and responses. I like having a little bit of fun, and I'm so glad you stuck around. I really mean that. On the move. You're on the move. Before you know it, you'll be at 1,000. I'm doing this in support of Brent. It's not really about, his giveaway, which is an awesome giveaway. Don't get me wrong. It's huge. And someone that I really appreciate in this hobby, somebody that I care about. Just want you to know that, Brent. Anyway, this is what I got for you. I'm not going to turn this camera around. Starting to get a little emotional, and I apologize for that. Have a super freaking awesome day, everyone. All right, let's bump up the energy a little bit. Enough of this. I don't want to depress anybody. Have a super freaking awesome weekend, everyone. Good luck. There's a lot of channels out there with some great videos. And peace, y'all. Anyway, this is the kind of shape this is in. Like I said, well loved. Well loved. That's for sure. Bills beat the Jets 31-27. Pretty sure that was a wild card playoff game. And then the Bengals beat the Bills 28-21. But there's all kinds of stuff like that written in here that take me back to a certain time here. Bengals beat the Bills 28-21. Bengals Chargers. I don't know. I scribbled out some kind of score. 27-7 maybe. I don't know. Who knows? All I know is I have, head coach Forrest Gregg. I think I spelled that wrong. Jim Breach, I know I spelled wrong. So I wasn't the greatest of spellers back in the day. Oh, there I spelled Breach right down here. Anyway. This here is, that's from the catch right there. 49ers 28, Cowboys 27. I remember that game like it was yesterday. I think I actually sat at my grandmother's coffee table with my grandmother, aunt, and probably my dad or parents watching these playoff games and writing all this down as they went. Anyway, one more look at the autograph before we close it. Look at it, it's even missing the cover. I actually have a brand new one because I bought the sticker set separate, unstuck into the magazine or album. But anyway, that's what the cover's supposed to look like. And look at that. Old school. Well, I think this was the first year, too, that the Bengals went to the stripes on their helmets. They used to have just Bengals written on them, which I like both. But I thought it was cool when they went to the stripes because it actually looks like a tiger. And we'll show you. There we go. There we go. They go hand in hand. Brent Richards and Nolan Ryan. I know it's not an holy grail, my friend, but I have a stack of Nolans. Someday I'll make a video of. I chose this one for today because you watch my 82, you know the 82 flare is a very special and sentimental set to me as well. All right, so enough of my ramblings. Like I said before, have a super freaking awesome weekend. Peace, y'all. See, wait. Maybe Brent's not prepared for this either. Maybe I can get him with a little shiny box. Look at the shine on that box. Yeah. Hope you have your sunglasses on, Brent. Now you know how I feel. All right, brother. Over and out of here. Signing off. Catch you on the flip side.